Are you recording?
That's my friend Scott.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hold on, let's make it official.
Bull chat, it's about to start. The talk goes on and on and on and on. And bull chat, and make me feel good. Andrew and Scotty now.
A jam.
You don't even realize that it was different.
It's Andrew. They're not.
It's Andrew Scotty, like your first, and it says Andrew. Hello.
Oh, God bless. We made it, folks. Moving on up to the east side.
To the what side?
East side.
Okay.
To a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up.
You're very you're Florence of the show. Like you're like the sassy maid. That's you.
Okay, can I bring this up?
What?
Because I feel like it needs to be said.
What?
I just had a whole week in a house with a bunch of people.
Okay.
And everybody was like, you're so sarcastic and like snappy. Like you come off nice, but then you like will bust out like a little sass pot one-liner.
That's how you're
true?
going to win on Survivor?
What?
That's how you're going to win on Survivor?
No, I'm just saying, is that really what I'm like?
Yeah, I think you and I are both like that. And I think some people take it the wrong way.
So apparently what they said to lean into if you're going to go and try out for Survivor again is you need to figure out what your quote-unquote archetype is.
Uh-huh.
And apparently mine is being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Is that really a thing? Am I that sarcastic?
Yeah, you
Is
can
even
be.
asking the question, am I sarcastic, does that mean I'm sarcastic?
No, but sarcasm, you know, if people understand sarcasm, then it's good, it's funny, it's cool, it's whatever, you know? It's just, I don't know, some people just don't get sarcasm.
Yeah, I don't think I'm friends with anybody who doesn't get my sarcasm.
You'd have to, you would have to associate your people with, you would have to associate yourself with people that get your sarcasm.
Do you think
Otherwise, they wouldn't want to be around you.
Do you think I'm a little sassy?
You are definitely sassy.
But what exactly does that mean?
I would say you're more sassy than you are sarcastic.
But what does sassy mean?
Hello! That's sassy.
So I just yell at people?
Yeah. You're sassy.
Okay, cool.
You're sassy pants.
I'm sassy pants. Wow,
Yes.
thanks. Really
Andrew
appreciate
Sassy
that
Pants.
one. Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Scott.
Welcome to Bowl Chat. Here we are.
Great.
This is another really fast turnaround one. Like, we recorded this yesterday.
Yeah. I actually love it because we can bring up topics that are like happening now.
It's almost live.
I wish we had the CNN breaking news things. Dun-na-na-na, happening now.
But there is no breaking news. Nothing's going on right now.
What? Yeah, there are things going on.
Oh, new serial alert.
What is it?
I don't know. It's right there if you're watching.
Oh.
I don't know. That's what the box says. Oh, and there's my Team Cheerios behind us. Learn all about that on Monday. Serial killers.
That's a quick turnaround, too.
It sure is.
That's really fast.
Yeah. So what'd you bring to the table today, buddy?
Well, I was just going to ask, if you actually think I'm snappy or not sassy. There's another word, too. Not sarcastic. It starts with an S. I'm...
sadistic.
No. What?
Whatever you are, I enjoy it.
Thank you.
Because you and I would not be compatible if we did not enjoy each other.
Thank you.
What?
Huh?
Anyway.
I think you're sarcastic.
I'm very sarcastic.
I think you're sarcastic. I think...
Go ahead, say it. I'm a dick.
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think dick is the right word. I think you will say what's on your mind.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
We made a podcast out of it.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the one who sugarcoats things, and you're the ones who just says it's crap.
Sugarcoat. I love sugarcoat.
Wow, it's like we host a cereal podcast or
Right?
something.
Yeah.
Oh, did we ever talk about how we are in the top 50 of Apple Podcast?
We didn't.
It's amazing. We are consistently in the top 100 cereal or food podcasts on Apple.
Well, here's the problem.
What's the problem, Scott?
No, I'm just.
What happened to
No, you're
New
right.
Leaf?
No, well, first
New
of all,
Leaf.
no one knows about the new leaf until Monday because this airs first. But no, the only problem is, and it's totally cool, but I'm just saying, if we're in the top 100 food podcasts,
Yeah.
this is not about food. So, do you have any hot dogs over the weekend?
I did actually. I had grilled food. It was delicious.
Perfect. Now it's about food, and we can be in the top 100.
Amazing.
What's up now?
Yeah, we're also starting to rank in personal journals too, because that's our side category as well.
What does that mean?
So when you make a podcast, you're in different categories and groups. So our main category is arts and culture. We're both a personal journal, meaning we can talk and, do this.
Right.
But
Banter.
then we're also like a food podcast, first and foremost.
Huh.
So our main category is food. Our secondary category is personal journals. But we just started getting back into personal journals. Back when we used to do 2 episodes every week, we were pretty high up. Then we went back to 1, lost some people, and now we're going to build it back up.
Good. That makes me happy.
Me too.
Yes. And speaking of kind of food, do you remember maybe last Bowl Chat or one before we talked about Snoop slimes? Remember?
Yeah.
So my daughter Cooper was so excited because they're very hard to get. I told you have to go online Friday nights, 9 o'clock, and it's like trying to buy hot concert tickets.
Yeah.
They sell out in seconds. So she was able to get the Crunchberry one. So basically, it looks like a bowl of Captain Crunchberry.
Yeah.
And it came, but somehow she wants to be a part of it because she wants to unpackage it,
done,
and show it and show how it works.
I love that.
Yeah. All right.
Make
So
it happen.
we'll have to figure that out. We'll have to get Cooper on maybe the next Bowl Chat we can record.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Maybe you could do it from your house.
Maybe I can.
Remember when I told you could do that too?
You know what? I'm all for it. Let's see how it works.
I love it. It's like all my past text conversations with you mean nothing now, and I love that.
Yeah.
New page, new leaf.
Yes.
You'll find more about Scott's new leaf on Monday.
So what else is going on, buddy boy?
Did you see they're remaking the Wonder Years?
I did see that, and I'm excited for it. I mean,
Yeah.
you know what? All these shows are being remade. Like,
Yeah.
they could just call it something else. I mean, they're only calling it Wonder Years because they want to grab people's attention. That's, oh, I remember that show.
Yeah.
There was another one that I just saw too. Turner and Hooch, like on Disney. It's on Disney Plus or
Oh
something
my
like
God,
that.
I saw that.
Turner and
Yeah,
Hooch was
yeah.
a movie that, by the way, let me tell you about Turner and Hooch. So it was probably in 90, maybe you could look it up. I don't know. But it was in the 90s, Turner and Hooch. And I went to the movie theater by myself. That movie theater no longer exists, which sucks. And you'll see why in the story. So I went to see Turner and Hooch. And it had to be by myself. I don't remember being with anybody. And I was watching it. It was probably about 95% done. Like whatever was going to I don't even know what happened at the end because back then it was a movie projector. And the film melted against the glass.
Oh, wow.
So it was like, go get him, Turner. All right. Bark, bark. Because Hooch was a dog, right? And then all of a sudden, it was just like, and it melted on this. I got scared.
I would too.
I don't know. Like, I wasn't a kid because it was the 90s, and I got scared. And I was like, oh my God, what happened? And then everyone's like, what the hell? And maybe 30 seconds later, the lights go on and they make an announcement saying, we're so sorry. The film melted in the projector and here's a ticket to come back and see another movie for free. And first off, I never saw the end of Turner and Hooch to this day. And then the movie theater went out of business. I couldn't even use my free ticket.
That's so sad.
Yeah. So it just made me think of that because I saw a promo for Turner and Hooch. It's actually a series on Disney Plus that's coming out soon. I don't know how they're going to make that into a series, but whatever.
I feel like we need to, if we wind up doing the Patreon thing like I was thinking, we should definitely revisit that. Like Scotty watches the end of Turner and Hooch.
Okay. But the thing is, though, I don't really remember what happened up until that part, so I would have to watch the whole movie.
Yeah, maybe Scott rewatches Turner and Hooch.
But I don't think it was really that good of a movie, so people are not going to want to hear that.
Well, maybe it'll just be your side commentary.
Okay.
Edited down.
All right.
I wish we had like a full-time editor for these things. Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice, Andrew, because I know you just put them up as is, which is fine.
Well, I'm just saying for video. This way people could include fun things.
It would be cool if there was like whoop and like some graphic on the screen.
I'm sorry, can you make that noise again?
Nope, that's one time. Something like that. But I mean, if you could do that on, TikTok and Instagram, why can't you just add stuff like graphics to the video? It doesn't work like that?
No, because you have to like import things and then make it look nice.
That would be so much work.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, well.
Do you know what, like the motion graphic, like what you're talking about, like a graphic?
Yeah.
Do you know you have to do that in a separate program called After Effects 99% of the time? Do you know that you like need to figure out how to work animation to do that?
Perhaps one of our great listeners out there wants to spruce up the video.
I'm 99% sure Scott can. Other Scott.
Other Scott has too much on his hands with all the serial work we give him.
So true.
I tell you. Maybe there's some sort of a graphic designer or computer person that wants to like make our videos look awesome.
That was such a grandpa thing to say. Get a graphic designer computer person. They're the same. Do you know how to work the graphics? Of course you do. Because you're a computer person.
Yeah, why don't you get one of those young whippersnappers?
Do
If
they-
you're listening, I was holding up a picture of Wilford Brimley.
Do they have one of those newfangled desktops, or are they working from a portable computing device?
I remember I won one of those Apple, I don't remember what they were called. Do you remember the Apple computers in probably the mid to late 90s?
You won the clamshell?
No, it
The
was
really cool neon ones?
No, it was a desktop. It was big and they came in different colors.
Yeah.
The one I won it from a radio station. It was purple and I sold it.
Okay, so that's like for me, one of the highlights of the late 90s, early aughties, as they say. They had the laptop version where it even had a handle. Like, this is when Apple used to be like, hey, guess what? We're weird. And it had a handle, and it came in a ton of different colors, and all of them were see-through.
And if you had one of them brand new in the box now, you'd probably get a lot of money for it.
Oh, have you been on eBay?
Hello, did you see the Mario whatever 64 game that sold for $1.5 million last week?
Yeah.
That is insane.
I know.
Because who thinks to just buy one and keep it sealed?
I know.
And
you did with your NES console.
That's right. I don't remember which. It was one of the Segas. I don't remember which one it was, but yeah, because I just buried it in my parents' closet because I wasn't really a gamer, so I just put it in there. And he's like, clean out my closet. So I did, and there it was.
I wonder what's going to be like the next thing that I could buy a copy of and just leave it.
Nothing anymore, because people think that way now. We didn't back then. Back in the day, you should have bought 2 of them and saved one.
True.
Put it away somewhere.
Well, I also couldn't afford anything
when
that console came out.
When you're a kid, you're just buying whatever.
7.
Yeah, Zelda, the same thing. The gold one, the Zelda game, that one went for $800,000 or $700,000 or something like that. That's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like I still have that gem somewhere in my basement, a sealed or wrapped something. Like, I found the very first edition Beavis and Butthead comic book.
Huh.
I have it in my basement, but I went online and nobody cares about it. It's not like it's Spider-Man or something or Superman. It's Beavis and Butthead.
See, this is the thing. You need to go to someone who can appraise it, because that's the thing. Like, eBay could be a crapshoot.
Right.
Like, I went on looking at my Pokemon cards, and some of them, like, you look and they're like, oh, does it have this mark in the corner? If so, the appraiser says it's $500 and they'll sell it for you. Whereas eBay, it's like, yeah, F you, it's $6.
Apparently, it's very hard to get things appraised right now. Like, they're backed up by months and months and months. We were at a friend of mine's house, and he sent a guitar away to be appraised or authenticated or whatever it was. And he's like, 8 months. Because people have been sitting around their house for a year and a half and going through all their crap and I guess trying to sell stuff. And so these appraisers have tons of work to do.
Maybe we should be appraisers.
But we have to...
Send us your junk.
We have to know how to... No, don't send me any more junk. I have enough of my own junk that I need to get rid of.
I will say you have done a little bit better of a job.
I did a cleanup today. I knew you were coming in. So this morning I moved a lot of stuff out of here. I threw out a lot of boxes.
Great.
I consolidated a lot. A lot of this stuff is just prizing, though. See, that's the thing for the radio show. There's contests constantly, and they dump all the prizing in here because I'm the shipper. I'm Scott Ships. That's what they call me. And so all the stuff is in here for me to ship.
I'm not allowed to work at Scott Ships anymore.
You're not.
I got fired several times from Scott Ships.
Well, because you pop bubble wrap, and that's inventory. You can't pop that stuff.
I love popping bubble wrap.
You can't do it.
I need to get one of those. I really want a fidget toy that pops.
How many do you want? Because I'll just go up in my attic and take one of Cooper's 172 that we have.
How big is this attic? Because I feel like you mention your attic quite frequently. I've been to your house. The
attic goes the whole length of the house,
and it's just filled.
It's not filled. There's stuff in boxes. It's a lot of the kids' clothing in totes. And Amy has them very nicely, neatly labeled. Summer 10 to 12 size, whatever. And so we know for the next season where everything is. Now, my stuff that's up there is just a mishmash of stuff in boxes. Some things are labeled, but most aren't. And at some point when it's not 7,000 degrees up there, I have to go up there and kind of consolidate and get rid of some stuff because, yes, it's true. I don't need every radio station jacket that I've ever been issued since 1995. I don't need them. I have them because I feel like they're a part of my life and they're memories for me. But the only thing is with that, and way back when I started working here and we were getting rid of one of the trucks, and they said, make sure you strip off the logo completely because you don't want it used in a bank robbery. And then it's got the big radio station logo on the side. So I'm just saying is, what if I donate these jackets to some clothing place and then someone robs a bank and there's a big Z100 or Elvis logo on the back, and their face is covered and it's an Elvis Duran robbed a bank. You know what I mean? Like every time that some guy like shoots somebody in New York, they're always wearing a Yankee hat. That doesn't look good for the Yankees. It doesn't, So I don't want people robbing stores and killing people in Z100 jackets. I feel bad. I want like a homeless guy to be warm. I'll give him one, but maybe I'll just cut the logo off or just cover over the patch.
Yeah.
I think about things too much.
Okay. Yeah. A lot to unpack here. I think, okay, let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Who, after there's a bank robbery, says a Yankee player just robbed a bank.
Well, no, not a Yankee player, but we actually talk about it on the show a lot. Anytime that something bad happens and there's a mugshot or they're looking for this guy, he's always wearing a Yankee hat.
Yeah.
You know, so that doesn't bode so well for the Yankees.
Yeah, it's really hurting them.
A lot of criminals.
The most expensive team in the league. But yeah.
I get it. But it's just kind of a thing. Like, I remember there was some dude doing something bad in a magazine one time, and he was wearing a Z100 shirt. So we're like, ha, 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 you know, but... You know, look what I was saying in that last episode with Randy Savage. He was wearing a Z100 shirt on the documentary on A&E.
True.
What if he just like strangled someone and he was wearing that shirt? You know, I don't know.
This seems like the most irrational fear I've ever heard in my life.
Okay.
Like probably one of the most irrational.
I mean, it's not really a fear.
You just explained that if there's a bank robbery and you gave them a jacket,
I don't want to get in trouble.
How are you getting in trouble? You didn't do it.
I outfitted them.
The minute they come to your house and they see, oh, here's your Ring camera, because you have Ring cameras all over your house, that you were sitting inside during a bank robbery.
I don't have Ring cameras all over my house.
Well, they're
outside.
Okay, yeah. Well, they have you sitting inside or doing whatever.
No,
You're
I'm
done.
not saying that I robbed the bank, dude. I'm just saying that it doesn't look good for the radio station. That's all I'm saying. So
you think, realistically, let's really break this down. You think if there was a bank robbery and they were wearing your Scotty B shirt from
I wouldn't give one with mine. They don't have names on them.
Okay, so if they were wearing a Z100 jacket from the 90s,
yeah,
somebody would then say, "Where did they get that, Scotty? Why did you give this away?" Now our whole station looks terrible.
No, actually, it would probably be funny on the news, you know. But I don't know.
Depending on the crime.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. At some point, I'm going to go up and I'm going to go through my things. And what I'm going to do first is things that I have multiple of, I will get rid of and just save one of those things.
Okay.
You know, that's a start. You know, it's like my wife says, and I understand, I don't need 100 Scotty B picture cards from 1990 whatever. Mm-hmm. Save 2. Put them away in a book or something. Yeah. Throw the rest out. You know, I'm not going, you know, doing appearances with my card from 1996 where I have stupid hair and dumb gold chain and whatever, my beeper. So.
Well,
I do still have my beeper, by the way.
I would actually like if you bring that in.
It was a 2-way pager.
Can you bring it in?
Yeah. Beep 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 beep.
I would bring my first cell phone in, but I ran it over with my car.
That's so funny. I ran over my second cell phone. That was a bit for the radio station. Mm. We were in a parking lot running stuff over with a steamroller. Mm. And so we put it live on the air, and you hear... and that's it.
Yeah, mine was not a steamroller. I was just so done with my phone. I tried to put it under a cart just so I could get a new one. It didn't work out at all. And then I wound up with a really old school... This is when they used to give out loaner phones.
Yeah.
Think about that. Remember when Verizon would give you a loaner phone? Like, oh, you broke it. Here, take this one in the meantime. Now Verizon's like, F you, it's $600.
That's right. There's no such thing as upgrades
and you need a warranty
anymore.
through Apple. You don't? Guess what? That's another $2,000.
Yeah, please. I found an old bill from Cellular One in a pile of crap. I mean, that's old. That's 90s. And I thought I had my same phone number for a long time, but apparently I didn't. It was a different phone number. But those were the days of like 55 cents a minute off peak, 85 cents peak.
That's insane.
And you had to kind of be careful when you called. And yeah, thankfully those days are done.
Yeah, I mean, I really they sell these devices now. They're supposed to like get you to separate from your phone, and it's just Bluetooth. So it you can keep it next to your phone, and it's just for calling and I think texting. There's nothing else on it. So like if you wanted to, you could walk out your house with just a phone.
See, that's what's going to happen in the future, Andrew. I told you, you're just going to close your eyes and you're going to see your phone and you're just going to go, call home. And it's just going to do it and you're going to hear it in your ears with no devices. You're going to have a chip in your head. I'm telling you, you watch. Listen to this podcast 50 years from now and that's what's going to happen.
I'm a little afraid of you. First it was the whole crime thing and now you got a party popper thing on your finger.
No, this is one of those COVID candle blowers. Yeah.
Another thing. That's what you should have kept saved. What? And then that could have gone to a museum in 50 years.
Well, I broke it.
Because in 50 years, people will be like, they needed COVID party things.
I pushed the filter in.
That's actually really interesting to think about. Because when I went to a museum only recently, they had a PSP, a PlayStation Portable, which I got in 2005, 2006 for my birthday. I remember finding it in my basement. I couldn't tell my parents I found it, but I knew I
Santa
got
brought it.
No, it was for my birthday.
Oh, well, you don't get stuff from Santa on your birthday?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be weird. Unless there is a secret birthday
Santa
thing I don't know about.
I got it.
But yeah, it was in a museum, and they were like, technology from the 2000s. I'm like, why is this in a museum now?
Well, because it was like the history of video games.
I know, but that's going to be weird that in 50 years you're going to go in and there's going to be a whole COVID exhibit.
Yeah, look, man, I'm still fascinated by a fax machine. I don't care what anybody says, but you put a piece of paper in a thing and you dial a number and it comes out of the other thing.
How does it read it?
How? I don't know.
How?
I mean, look, computers are way more advanced than that, but I just, it's still fascinating to me.
Yeah. Do you know Japan actually still uses fax machines? Like frequently.
Well, I mean, some people here do too. There are some doctors that are like, no, this has to be faxed.
Which annoys me because I've had to like fax certain forms.
But you can just do that for most printers and copy machines.
It's been nice because it's been nice and not nice. We always had interns up until COVID, and every semester it would always be like, they're asking us to fax something. That's when I'd have to be like, all right, here we go. What don't you understand?
When are interns coming back, by the way?
I have no idea. I know a lot of other places have interns, but...
I mean, I love / hate them. Like, they do stuff, but I don't know.
Is that your curmudgeon-y grandpa ways?
No, you know what? I take it back.
That's your survivor archetype, I feel.
What's that?
I think there's one just called the curmudgeon.
Oh, okay.
I could see that being you.
Sure.
Get off my lawn,
yeah,
kid.
the guy from Up. But he was nice.
Oh, yeah, he was really nice.
Yeah.
Carl.
But I actually started as an intern. We all did.
I did, too.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you're not saying way back in the day for me.
No. I mean, I started interning when I was 15, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You can't do that anymore.
That's legit just child labor.
Pretty much.
You were working for free?
Yeah. I couldn't even get college credit for it.
Yeah, no.
Nothing.
The whole intern thing, too, I mean, they definitely changed it from when I was even an intern 10 years ago, and it used to be you had to do it for college credit.
Right.
And that was it, that you were almost getting experience and you had to pay for a college class. Now you get paid.
Well, yeah, because somebody sued somebody, and that now, you know. Yeah.
I did not get paid for any of my time interning.
And now we can't make interns do things that we wouldn't do and stuff like that. Not that I ever would anyway, because you know what? I think that's the one commendable aspect about me is that I feel I'm never too big, too cool, too good to do anything.
No.
It's like one guy that I used to work for here back in the day used to always say, check your ego at the door.
Yeah.
And I believe that because
100%.
I'm not above taking out garbage or hanging up a banner or cleaning it or any of that stuff.
Are you kidding me? I still, whenever we get like food deliveries or anything, I'm the person who's standing out in the hallway, undoing a table, putting the tablecloths on.
Yeah, why not?
Nobody is too big for any position.
Do you know that I still get the truck's oil changes here? Because whatever, I just have always done it. I'm not going to say, I'm not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, and certain things, even like getting coffee, I feel like, yes, there can be times when it is, how could you say, where does this fit into an internship type deal? But for the most part, it's not really like that. And if you're really going to say to somebody like, no, or like, why?
They've done that.
Yeah.
Right?
An intern, I remember, I forget what year it was. I said, I was like literally producing something. The person wanted a coffee and I could not leave. So I said, would you be able to just run out and get this? Like, this person needs it. Would you mind doing it? And they were like, no. Like, why? I was like, I have no time for this right now. I could just do this myself and I'll be mad at you later.
Well, see, the thing is, like, Nate and Skiri and I have been here since March of 2019, 2020, whatever. What year? I don't even know what the hell year it started. COVID was 2020. Okay. So I can't tell you how many times that we've all gone out and got coffee.
Yeah.
So now that's part of the job.
Yeah.
So an intern can't say, I don't have to do that. Well, yeah, you do because we have to. So it's part of it.
Well, I was the person who did that.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
Before COVID.
Sure.
I would come in with coffees all the time.
Right, but you know what? I would have, but I'm sitting here. Like, the longest time I ever have is 12 minutes. So, sometimes I have to go to the bathroom. I don't know if I could run 2 blocks, 3 blocks to Dunkin' in 12 minutes, and if it's not ready, to make it back in time.
Yeah.
That's my only issue. I would go every day. I don't care. Who
Exactly.
cares?
It's not a big issue. And again,
I need the exercise, too.
there are certain things that, like working 5 days a week for free is not great. I get that. And like, that should change. I get why they're getting paid, and it's amazing. It's going to be better for your daughters in the future. Like, it sets a good precedent. However,
a good president?
Precedent.
Okay.
President. They sound the same.
Okay.
Whatever. However, I think when you're interning, if you are ever asked to go get a cup of coffee, just go get the cup of coffee.
Yeah. You know what? It's going to work out well for you in the long run.
The only reason why I was hired was because I showed up legit 5 days a week for an unpaid internship.
See?
And I went out of my way to work every day.
And look where you are now, Andrew.
Just killing it. Oh, boy.
You know, we really didn't talk about anything in this episode, but we're 25 minutes in.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Such easy convo.
I guess.
Easy breezy.
You're a pal, Andrew.
Oh, sure.
You're so easy to talk to.
Oh, my gosh. Wow, thanks.
Yeah. You should be married already.
Oh, wow. Oh. Well, I'm 30, so.
Okay. All right. So shall we wrap it up?
Sure.
I mean, unless you want to just keep going, but it's getting late.
Can we go get lunch again if I come back in on Thursday?
I'll have to see if I have any plans on Thursday, Andrew. I may or may not have to be home.
Fine.
I mean, I could get lunch with you right now.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go to Odeon and get some corn ravioli while they still have them.
In.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Done.
Yay!
We're ending it now.
Woo!
I'm having lunch with Andy.
Yay!
We could talk about our corn ravioli next week.
All right.
Hopefully, well, never mind. I don't want to talk about corn that way because it's gross. So it's all mashed up anyway. Don't worry. There's no full kernels.
Okay, people don't need to hear this.
What?
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Say clink, Andrew.
Clink!
Clink. Oh,
Clink.
sorry. I didn't have it ready.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
All right.
great. All right. Whew, hot mess.
Corn. When did I eat corn, Andrew?
Oh, God, I don't need to hear that.